Hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark, and we are back in Goa to drive yet another car, and this time we are driving the all new Hyundai Venue. Now this car just recently launched, and if we talk about the prices, 7.9 lakh to 15.5 lakh is what the prices are, the ex-showroom prices. Well, there is an N-line version also of this, and the prices for that are not yet out, but it will be out very soon. So in today's video, I'll be telling you everything you need to know about this all new compact SUV from Hyundai, because Hyundai has done a lot of changes on the inside, on the outside, and in total from the previous generation Venue there are about 60 changes. So let's quickly start this video and I will tell you everything you need to know about the all new Hyundai Venue. So let's start talking about the front end of the vehicle, where you can see a lot of things have changed. And the very first change you can see, it now gets a new LED headlamp and a DRL setup. Well, the DRL, if I show it to you from here, it is over here, runs all the way down, and it connects as well, and it's inside this plastic casing. That's a transparent casing. Looks very nice. Well, talking about new things, the grille is also new, finished in dark chrome, and you get this silver skid plate. That's a big skid plate. However, this is the radar for the ADAS, which works in sync with that camera and gives you level 2 ADAS functionality. Yes, the Venue now comes with level 2 ADAS as well. And you can see you get this matte black finishing over here. Well, this is the headlamp unit, and the headlamp unit is a full LED unit. You get 4 pods over here, 2 for the low beams and 2 for the high beams. If you notice at the side over here, you will get these air vents, these air ducts that channel air, cools down the brakes and tires, and also makes the car a little more aerodynamic. Well, let us move on to the side of the vehicle, and over here you will see this new alloy wheel. That's a 16-inch diamond cut alloy wheel. Well, the N-line version of this gets a 17-inch, that's a size bigger, and you also get this body cladding with side mounted sensors as well. You have the DCT badging, that means this is the 7-speed DCT. And if you see over here, you get body colored ORVM, a camera over here, that's a part of the 360-degree camera, indicator that's integrated, again LED. You get piano black finishing for the A-pillar, and then this and this part is finished in slight matte black. You don't get chrome on the side, but you get a part of chrome that is on the door handle, which is that dark chrome that you get on the grille at the front. If we talk about the ground clearance, about 195 mm is what the ground clearance is, and now the Venue is wider, taller, and 20 mm longer in the wheelbase as well. Well, that means that it has a little more space on the inside, and I will show you that when I am sitting inside as well. Now let us move on. You get roof rails over here. You also get a sunroof. Well, there is a shark fin antenna also over here, and if you see, the lines and creases are very sharp. It goes all the way from the headlight, merges over here, and then starts from here and goes all the way to the tail light. So at the rear end, you can see on this D pillar, you get this applique, and you have the Venue badging over here. Now this is also new. You have a wrapped around tail light. Obviously this is a full LED tail light, and if you see the car from behind over here, you will notice that the LED tail lights are now completely new. You have this Venue badging that is inside this casing, and when the connected tail lights light up at night, this light actually reflects on the Venue and you can actually see this. Well, there is no badging over here except the turbo badging, and you can see you also get this reflector as well. Skid plate again finished in that silver like you get in the front, and if we open the boot over here, you have a request sensor. We have a 375 liters of boot space, which is slightly adjustable because the seats are adjustable as well. You can see the amount of space. We have one luggage over here, but you have 60-40 split. You can fold down either side to get the full use of the boot if you want to keep more luggage. You also have a subwoofer in the boot. That is from Bose. Obviously, the top end gets a Bose surround sound system, but the boot lip is slightly on the higher side. So, I mean, loading and unloading luggage could be a little bit of problem, but that should not be such a problem for the all-new Venue. Well, now let us go on the inside and tell you what all changes do you get on the all-new Venue from the inside. So now let us move on to the inside, and the very first thing that you will notice that you now get this dual tone upholstery. Well, the lower part of the seat is finished in black, and this part, the backrest and the headrest, is finished in this beige color. You have this armrest as well with two cup holders right over here. If you don't want this, just fold it for the third person, but the third person does not get a headrest over here. You have AC vents, and there you have two Type-C charging sockets. Let me just quickly sit inside and show you how much space do I have. So first of all, you get this sunshade that is right over here for your privacy or saving it from the sun. And you can see that this seat is adjusted according to my height. My height, for reference, is 6'1", and you can see I have a little amount of knee room left over here. Leg room is fine. Under thigh support is also very decent. Seat cushioning is really soft this time, and you have this sculpted back on the seat over here so that your leg does not go and hit against the front seat. Well, this is the rear section of the car. Let's go to the front and tell you what all do you get over there. Now let us move on to the front end of the vehicle, and over here also you have a lot of new things. First of all, again, see the upholstery over here, and you can see you get this Venue badging on the seat right over here. Well, these seats are now ventilated, and that is again a new addition. Talking about new things, just look at this. You have a 12.3 inch curved display over here, and this thing is the main highlight of the dashboard. It looks absolutely fantastic. And if you talk about screens, you have one more small screen over here to display your aircon temperature and fan speed right over here. Now just check this out. This is the all new key for the Venue, and just look at it, what they have done. They have pulled it off really well. You have the H over here, and then you have buttons all around. Well, this one is a blank button. Talking about storage spaces, you can see you have storage space over here, storage space on the door, and there you have your Bose surround sound system, like the Bose labeling over there, plus storage space over here, some storage space, cubby hole over here. That is how the dashboard looks like. And if you see over here, you have this Venue badging on the dashboard, which has this beige kind of element. But there's also one more thing that is new. Just have a look at these AC vents. Before, this was horizontally stacked, but now it is vertically stacked, which is kind of good, and it is actually bringing the aesthetics of the car really up. You also have an auto dimming IRVM over here with SOS, BlueLink, and this towing truck button. So just in case if your car breaks down, you just have to press this. They will call you, get your location, and you will be sorted. You don't have to worry much. You also have a sunroof over here. That's a kind of a small sunroof, but you do have it. Interior lights are all halogen. I wish they were LED, but they are all finished in halogen. If you see, you have a mirror right over here, a vanity mirror for the passenger, but you don't have a vanity mirror for the driver over here. And charging places, you can see you have this wireless charging right over here, two Type-Cs, and then you have a 12-volt charging socket. You have this ventilated seat with 3 functions: electronic parking brake, that's a new feature, auto hold. Then you have drive and traction modes right over here. So if you talk about drive modes, you have eco, normal, and sport. And if you talk about traction mode, you have snow, mud, and sand. So you have all options for the driving modes. And if you're especially doing some soft off-roading, well, the traction mode will definitely help you, because it will alter with the traction system, and it will give you the best amount of grip that is necessary. Well, last thing, let us talk about this steering wheel. And before I talk about the steering wheel, let me tell you that the driver's side seat is electronically adjustable for 4 ways, and you have a manual height adjuster over here. Well, the passenger side seat is adjustable for 4 ways, but it is a manual adjustment. As you can see over here, there is no height adjuster for the passenger seat. And now let's talk about the steering wheel. If you just see the steering wheel, now it is a chunky steering wheel wrapped in leather, and you have these 4 dots instead of the H logo. Well, this 4 dot actually denominates the letter H in Morse code, which we saw in the Ioniq 5 first, and now the Venue has it. It gets a sort of a flat bottom steering wheel, which is nice. Well, the steering wheel is really chunky and good to hold, and it is only adjustable for tilt. There is no telescopic adjustment for the steering wheel. So this is what you get on the inside of the Venue. Well, this part that you see over here, this is a speaker. So let me tell you, there are 8 speakers. You have 2 on the doors, that's your Twitter and your main speaker. You have 1 over here, so total 5 in the front, 2 in the rear door, and 1 subwoofer that I told you that is in the boot. So yeah, this was the interior. Now let's quickly go drive this car, and I will tell you how is the all new Hyundai Venue to drive. So now now with the driving seat of the all-new Venue, and let me tell you first about this car. Now, this one that we are driving gets that 1-liter turbo petrol engine, and this is mated to a 7-speed DCT gearbox. Well, let me tell you the other engine options as well. There is a 1.2-liter naturally aspirated engine, and then there is a 1.5-liter turbo diesel engine as well. Gearbox options: with the naturally aspirated engine, you get only the 5-speed manual gearbox. Well, the other variants, the diesel one gets a 6-speed torque converter and a 6-speed manual gearbox, and the 1-liter turbo petrol gets a 6-speed manual or the 7-speed DCT. Well, we are driving the 7-speed DCT gearbox, and let me tell you that this gearbox is very nice. It's a very quick shifting gearbox, and it almost has zero lag inside it. So now let's talk about the suspension on the Venue. Well, the suspension feels slightly on the stiffer side. Well, that's a very good thing. However, the vehicle does not compromise on the comfort as well. I mean, it stays planted. Since we are right now in the narrow streets of Goa, I won't be going very fast because there is, I mean, it's a narrow lane, two-way traffic. But I can tell you one thing, we've driven this car a lot, and the suspension setup is really good. Well, body roll is there, but it is very negligible. That means that the car can handle extremely well. And plus, with this 7-speed DCT gearbox and this 1-liter turbo petrol engine, this is a hoot to drive on the road. Well, if we talk about the dimensions, as I mentioned, the car is now wider, taller and longer. So you can feel that inside the cabin. The space is nice. The steering wheel, like I said, is a chunky steering wheel. It's good to hold. It's a light steering wheel. I mean, it is not completely light, but it's not completely heavy as well. So you basically have a good steering wheel with a good steering response as well. If you want to shift lanes, it will shift lanes easily. And if you want to just cruise around within city in stop and go traffic, this will also not bother you, because obviously the steering wheel is not that heavy. Well, the steering wheel should have had a telescopic adjustment feature as well, but as I mentioned, it only has a tilt adjustment feature. Well, if we talk about the safety features of the car, the Venue gets level 2 ADAS, it gets 6 airbags as standard, and apart from that, you have other safety features as well, like ABS, traction control, EBD. You also have a 4-disc setup on the Venue. So the braking duty of the Venue is also very nice, and right now we have encountered a small patch of broken road, and you can see that there is no problem. Obviously, you will feel some of the thuds inside, but the insulation is very good, so the outside noise is almost cancelled out. And as you can see, she just said school zone ahead. So basically, it is detecting through the map that there is a school zone ahead, and it will tell you to slow down, or if there's a speed camera, it will tell you the speed over here. So everything is basically sorted in this all new Venue. Well, it is good to drive. It is loaded with features. It looks good than the previous generation one, because it has obviously changed from the outside, from the front, from the side and from the back. And overall, it is a fantastic car to drive. But if you're looking out for a compact SUV in the market, we would definitely recommend you to go and check out the all new Venue, because this is a very good car. So right now we have a little bit of an open road, and if I just tell you the power of this car, so the 1-liter turbo petrol engine produces around 120 bhp of power and 173 Nm of peak torque. And if I just floor it, see what happens. I mean, it is not something that will push you back in the seat, but you definitely have that acceleration, that peppiness in this car, and the gearbox is really slick. It shifts, you don't even know when it is shifting gears. The DCT is so smooth. So guys, that was the all new Hyundai Venue, and let me tell you the price of this vehicle once again. 7.9 lakh to 15.5 lakh is what the ex-showroom price is for the all new Venue. I hope I explained the car really well to you. If you need to know anything else, let us know in the comment section, and we will get back to you on that. I hope you like this car. Well, we'll be driving the N-Line version really soon and telling you how is that different from this Venue. Well, there are 32 changes in the N-Line over this Venue. So there are a lot of changes that the company has done, and you can see it for yourself. Well, I'm Pramit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.